Hey out there, everybody. There we go. There we go. Now we have a screen up. Hey, good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for those that are here. Appreciate it. We are live. Charts and Target for the weekend. This is December 21, 2025, a Sunday afternoon. Getting ready for this week. A big week. Just about 2 days of trading is about all we have, really. Wednesday, there's not going to be too much. And Friday, there's not anything. And of course, Wednesday and Thursday, there's not going to be anything, I guess. Christmas Eve and then Christmas. All right, let's take a look at the market a little bit here. Hey, Friday was a smashing great day. It was absolutely smashing. So I hope everybody, you were in what you wanted to be in. I hope you made a little bit of money. I hope maybe some charts that were not doing so good turned around for you. I know I had a few, and I think we're looking pretty good now. So let's take a look at the market, and I've got a good dozen charts. Maybe we'll just kind of follow the time here and see what we have, okay? But right now, yeah, let's get going, okay? So, again, my name is Rick Sadler. I'm the founder, owner, creator of Hit and Run Candlesticks. And I want to remind everybody that we have a 14-day, $14, that's $1 a day. It's a trial, but it's a fast start program because we're putting together 2 hours coaching for you as well, one-on-one. So if you're interested in that, please let me know. Once you register for the trial, I will contact you by phone, and we'll set up that coaching, okay? And we can, I like to break it down into at least 2 hours, and some people even want it broken down to 3 or 4 hours. So, you trade for a few days and you come back and we go over things again. But yeah, let's do that. Okay, let's take a look at the market. So we have a doji continuation. Doji continuation pattern. Doji and a bullish engulf here setting up, coming right off that 50-period moving average. We can go from these lows to this low. You can see the trend we have there. The trend that I like to use is a moving average trend, and that consists of the white line, which is the 8 EMA, or what we call the T line, and the green and red dots. And that's what we call the trend indicator there. And when price is above the T line, the white line, and the white line is above the green dot, it would be above for long and below for short. Now we're bullish. So right here, this would be bullish. Right there would be bearish right in here. And you can see that we were bullish. We've kind of collapsed a little bit. Now it looks like we're trying to come back here as well. So let's go bulls. Let's get it on. Now I do think it's kind of important about this level right through here around 684, 685. We need to clear that. And I think if we clear that, then we're likely to clear the top up here, this double top. But we're going to have to clear that first, and that's going to be kind of important. So anyway, I hope that I hope the market continues. Just remember, we're going to start running out of steam. Monday should be fairly good. Maybe Tuesday will be fairly good, maybe. But, we start getting into Wednesday. And I think the market's closed half day Wednesday, isn't it? I probably should check that out. But we're going to run out of steam going into Christmas. And then maybe we'll pick some steam back up once we get out of Christmas here. So anyway, I think the SPY is rocking. I think it's looking pretty good. The Qs came back awfully nice here. IWM looking fantastic. The diamonds looking good. Look at the transports. Threw us a hammer yesterday, Friday. Threw us a nice hammer. Of course, we need follow through with that hammer. So follow through would set the transports up to move higher. And then SMH is also acting good here. So looking good there. Anyway, let's take a look at some charts that I think are coming alive. One that I'm in is CoreWeave. There we go. And wow, what a nice move Friday. So I'm looking for this to continue. We may get a little lazy here, but overall, over the next several days, I'm looking for CoreWeave to move on up, tag that 50 period moving average. That would be fantastic, and then possibly go higher. And that's over several days. It's not going to happen in one day. Hey, take a look at mRNA here. Wow, it's up pretty big. It looks pretty nice. Now, I don't know if you saw on Facebook, I posted rule number 19, don't chase. Let the stock come back to you. This is one of those right here. Let it come back to you. Rule number 19 here at Hit and Run Candlesticks. Let it come back to you. Here's the reason I like it, though, here's the reason I like it. We should keep it on our watch list and think about it down the road. If you take a look at the weekly chart, look at that bottom that it's building. And for those that follow the rounded bottom breakout, this is not exactly the rounded bottom breakout, but it's awfully close. Man, that is a beautiful chart popping over that 50 period moving average. Absolutely beautiful. And we've got a great flat bottom, fry pan bottom in here. And man, I'm thinking this thing, I'm thinking this thing just might get up and go. So I'm looking at this for a play, for a buy. And then, man, there's 100% move right there, right to our dotted deuce on the rounded bottom breakout. So we're going to keep mRNA big time on the list. Check out Riot. Look at Riot here. Not quite a double bottom, right? I mean, you can see that we've got a higher low here, low, high, higher, low, but a great pop to the upside morning star signal. It needs some follow through. If it can get that follow through, then right up here, the 50 period moving average and our 50% target area of 17.80 up here, between $17 and $18 is looking pretty good here too. So let's keep our eyes on Riot, big time on the watch list. And we can't not look at MU. Here's the weekly chart on MU. Now MU, it's getting up there, it is, but man, I think there's still room to run. And the $300 magnet is not that far away. It's only 10%, maybe 11% away. So that $300 magnet could just really, really pull us in there. So let's keep an eye on MU. Also, if MU continues, well, that's just going to help the market and then really push the market up. I don't have NVIDIA written down, but I guess we should talk about it, right? So NVIDIA here, if we play by trading rules right there, then what we've got here is a low, high, higher low, or double bottom, I guess. Well, once we break out, that becomes the tradable bottom. Now, I know none of us are really going to wait for that. So right now, I would maybe look at that as a buy, but I want it to stay above the T line, above the trend indicator. It needs to build some momentum in here. It's not quite, doesn't have that momentum yet. It needs to build it and hold it. So let's keep an eye on NVIDIA. And then how about some PLTR? Now, I'm currently holding the single stock ETF, PTIR, but this is PLTR. And man, this thing is cooking. That is a nice chart. So, here we come off this bottom. We rally all the way up. We come back to the 50 period moving average, and we come back to the 50% retracement, which I think is a really cool line. And here we're making that J hook continuation pattern. So what we're looking for now is that continuation. And when we get that J hook continuation breakout, what we're looking for is, price to move up. And that's where some good money is on this. That's some really good. Those that have entered early, you're already making money. But man, that's when the money really kicks in. So PLTR, I think that's a pretty nice trade looking there. Hey, Tommy, how you doing? Take a look at GE? Sure. Yeah, look at GE. That's setting up pretty nice. That's real nice. Nice trend. It got a little loose. You got a little loose, had a little crash and burn here. Now we've got a low, high, higher low. I think it's looking pretty nice myself. So, um, this is one of those that just look at some round numbers, 3, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I mean, that's where you could see a price run up to. But I would have no problem buying this. And, we can put some targets like that up there. And let's do this. So right in there is a target. We're going to duplicate that, and we're going to run right up at the top. And that, matches up with this top here. But I think we should go up a little higher right in there. So let's watch that 320 area. But I think that's an excellent looking place there. Yeah. Oh, you bet, Tommy. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for being here. Appreciate it. How about some Merck? I think Merck needs to be on the old watch list here. Look at that volume pop into Merck here. And let's go to a weekly chart. Here we go. If you look at Merck, just taking this top back in 24, June of 24, all the way down to the most recent, lowest low here. That weekly chart, we're moving up. And here is that 50% retracement. So the fact that we've come from those lows back up, I think we need to give the bulls a hand. They've done a great job. We break out of this, those bulls are going to be hungry to move higher. So a couple of good targets. There's the 61.8 retracement. And then I use quadrant lines here. There's 87.5 right in there. That's 75 right there. And we can just duplicate that and keep moving it up just like that. But I think Merck has a nice future here based on this chart. Very, very nice weekly chart. And the daily chart, I mean, we're setting up for that J-hook continuation pattern here. So I think that's looking pretty good. IOVA is another one that is coming off the bottom here. And look at this. This is what I call a gap and trap, where we gap and then what I'm looking for is a trap setup. Trap meaning trap between moving averages. The common one we use is the 3 and the 8. I also use, things like the 8 and the 17. But this one happens to be a 3 and an 8 trap. But what it is basically is a stock that has some ignition, something that exploded. And see, that's what we have right there. And then it comes back down to a buy area. Usually it's, into that trap area. So we get in that trap area, then I'm looking for that breakout. That's what this is looking like right here. IOVA. So I think that's a pretty nice chart and definitely one worth the old watch list there. Hey, Neil, how you doing? Yeah, Lily is beautiful. Yeah. For those that can swing $1,000 chart, man, Lily's rocking. That is an absolute buy. Beautiful here, this chart pattern right here. Beautiful pop out of the box setup here. And, anywhere in the box can be bought, and then the breakout. And that's what you have Friday. Nice little breakout there. So, but yeah, Lily's primo. Very nice chart. Bank of America. Now I took, well, did I? No, I didn't. I was going to buy some of this on Friday, but I didn't. But Bank of America, I think, has a nice future here to it, moving up. And what we can do is maybe something like this. We can go this low and go up to this high, perhaps. Maybe get some targets on this. Something like that. You know what? Maybe I better do it this way. Yeah, there we go. That works. So there's, that's one target right in there, and then we can duplicate it. Pretty simple. We'll put 3 of them up there. There you go. So there's some nice targets on Bank of America. I think it's a very nice chart. I think the banks have a nice future there. XLF, if you look at it, man, it's looking really, really good. So I think we're good to go on that. AVGO AVGO. I know it's kind of down. I know it's kind of beat up, kind of down a little bit, but I sure would like to get part of that. And it may be starting to set up here, coming off that 50% mark. We don't have the momentum here. We don't have the trend going, not quite, but it is one that I want to keep my eyes on and possibly get a buy on that. AVGG, for those that want it a little less expensive, this is a single stock ETF that you might take a look at. Okay. Hey, Netflix. So I was in Netflix and I closed Netflix because it didn't work out. My rule was when I bought it, it had to stay, but it didn't have the staying power. It was this day right here, whatever that is, the 17th. It fell down the next day. I got out, and now it's trying to come back up. I did not get back in yet. I will only get back in above that purple line there, above the white line, I guess. That's what I want. I want that, and I want it to stay there. If it doesn't stay there, I don't want it. And then, assuming it gets up there, it stays, then I'm looking for that to climb up and start taking out some of these areas that it needs to take out. For instance, right there. Whoops, that's kind of wide. Let me fix that. There we go. Right there, about that 104 level. That's an area it's going to have to take out. And then let's duplicate that. And right here, about that 89 level. We get those two, and then we get the 50 period moving average. That'll be an important, very important moving average. But in the meantime, we're looking at 11, maybe 12% profit on that, moving up. And then we can reevaluate up in that area there. Oracle, I don't think we should leave Oracle out of the picture. Oracle's a player, and Oracle's kind of a quiet player, but they're a player. So we need to pay attention to them. Helps us give us a read on, the tech side of the market. And then when our Oracle catches fire, it's gonna go. It's gonna work out pretty nice. Maybe this is the bottom here. We don't have the momentum, so it's kind of need to press that for a bottom. And really, we need to be over this high of 224, 225 maybe, to really say, yep, that was the bottom here. But it looks good. It really does look good. One of the key areas for it will be right here. Yeah, that'll be a key area, which is the 50 period moving average. The way I got to that over here on another monitor, I was looking at my cloud chart. That's what I have up. And I have it set on the weekly here. And there's that yellow line I put up there. See that flat spot? That red flat spot right there? That'll be key, very key. So right now that would be target. And then when we get there, the targets are resistance is target. So that one's a perfect one. And we should pay attention as price moves up there if we're in it, because that could knock us down a little bit here, and especially around 50 period moving average. BMNR. I'm still holding. I think I am. Yeah, I'm still holding my BMNR. It's maybe Friday was good for it. We have a low, high, higher low, a bullish Hiromi here that might try to run up and test these highs. It's going to have to get through a little bit of resistance in here, the 50 period moving average, to do it. But hey, it can do it. So we're going to keep our eyes on that one. We start to turn our trend around. Right now, the trend is still down. We turn that trend around up, and that could put that momentum in there to really start pushing BMNR higher. So looking for that one. CRCL, that's not it. CRCL. This is another one that might want to make a run for that 50 period moving average. Yeah, this might want to make a run for that 50 period moving average. When stocks are down like this is just a relief rally. It's like this over here. This move up, that's just a relief rally. And it's a relief rally to the 50 period moving average. For it to be a rally, we would have to be over the 50. We would have to have momentum up here. The trend would have to start turning, and that would be a run heading up higher. But right now, these are just relief rally setups, but they're set up pretty nice. Amazon, I get a lot of people ask me Amazon, and rightly so. I mean, it's a player. We need to take a look at it. And I'm holding some AMZU. That's the single stock ETF for Amazon. The big day for Amazon is when we move over this 234, 235 area. That'll be the big day. So we still need to get to the big day, and then we need to break out of the big day. We break out of that, then Amazon might be free to roam higher. But right now, it's a little timid. It's a little beat up, and it's probably a little scared to get up there. So, but it needs that area right in there. Yeah, how about Nokia? Take a look at Nokia. I think this seriously needs a look here. I don't know what happened to them. I know there's some news. Somebody sent me, "Hey Rick, there's some news on Nokia." I haven't looked at it, so I don't really know what the news is. But Nokia is a nice looking chart. 50-period moving average rising. We've gone from basically underneath the T line, the trend indicator, the 50 simple, to above all in a few days right here. So this is looking pretty good. And right now, I would look at that 7.25 for a nice target up there, and then higher up on that on Nokia. So FIG is, I think, yeah, look at FIG down here. Another relief rally to the 50, and then maybe from the 50 up to 52.30 up here, or that 50% retracement area. So anyway, I think those are some nice charts. I think they're setting up pretty good, and I think we're going in the right direction going into the end of the year and the beginning of next year. I think things are starting to look up. I was asked, maybe it was yesterday, somebody emailed me, or was it Friday? I can't remember now. It was email, that if I still thought we were going to get to 700, and I still think we're going up here. I still think, especially the early part of 26 is going to be pretty good. I can't speak for the past part or back half. I don't do fundamentals. I don't look down the road like that. Everything is about the chart, and I do see the chart moving higher right now. Okay. So anyway, I want to thank everybody for being here. I absolutely appreciate it. I want to remind everybody again about that 14-day, $14 Fast Start program. Remember, if you are on YouTube, Facebook, or X, which right now, if you're listening, you are, please give us that thumbs up. Write us a post, write something in there. If you're on YouTube, make sure you subscribe and click that bell so you're notified next time we go live, which will be tomorrow morning at 8:30 a.m. Eastern. Okay. Everyone have a great evening tonight, and we'll see everybody tomorrow. Thank you very much for being here, and thanks for watching this video. Okay. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.